Echo. Turn volume down to 2. Echo. Play dance updated playlist on shuffle.
Open the playlist. Dance updated on Amazon Music. I'm at a party I don't want to be at, and I don't ever wear a suit and tie. Wondering if I can sneak out the back. Nobody's even looking me in my eye. Can you take my hand, finish my drink, say shall we dance? Hell yeah. You know I love you, did I ever tell you? You make it better like that. I can deal with the bad times when I'm with my baby.
Okay, I'm going to get this goodie stuff out real quick. And that way I can actually see what's going on here. There we go. Okay, I think I got it. I think we're good. I think I'm going to leave it right here. I want to touch it and it disappear. Okay, so I've had, now that I'm done with the other book, the Masters of Magic book, I am going to be working on a new project when it gets here. And that will be on the Hidden Grove and House of Roses. Okay, so I had a request to do a tutorial on this book right here, and I have no idea why it keeps putting me in gaming, but I am not gaming. And it gets really annoying. I can't fix it. I'm gonna have to contact TikTok probably and get them to fix it. And so what I'm gonna do, oh, here we go. Yeah, fix it from here. Yeah, I have no idea why it even did that. It's so weird. Art, not gaming. I might be able to fix it for gaming, but oh, here we go. Let me see.
Let's get it straight, girl. You don't need a for nothing. Looking better every day. You got that Benjamin Button. Claiming he don't got a girl. You know niggas be frontin'. You don't need no bitch coming up to you as a man.
Okay, so no, I don't care about that. Don't care about that.
I'm just stating the facts. You hate that like you hate when niggas tell you.
Oh, apparently my studio game got updated. I had no idea. Oh, here, let me try this. I'm gonna try something here. Okay, let me try that. Maybe that will actually put me in the right thingamabobber there. Okay. Okay. Okay, so this book cannot be done in one day. This is because you have to put it in a press and stuff like that. This is a takes a few extra days, mostly because of the signatures. The cover isn't the issue; it's just the signatures. I don't usually like to make books like this, mostly because I hate trimming down paper. It's a lot of tedious work. And I've made ones like this with the open spine, ones with the spine. I mean, ones that have, like, this technically has six six signatures, but there's pages in each one of those signatures. That's how you make it plump. And so that's uh the dealing with that. I wasn't planning on doing any kind of books today because I have other books that I'm going to um I have other projects that I have to work on that just released today. A new Stamperia collection released today, Hidden Grove, and the revisited collection, House of Roses. Yeah, House of Roses. I've already done a book for House of Roses, so I'm probably not going to do another book like that. I usually do not do like the same book twice. Well, that's why my books are mostly they're one trick ponies. That's it. I'm never doing another book like that ever again. So, what I'll probably do is I also have to do the journal spread to the almost masquerade master of magic. So this is only going to be like this may I may have to come back to this because I have to get other things finished before or this week, and this takes about with the box also that pops up. It takes like a week to do it because of drying times and stuff like that. Um, I made this like over a year ago, and I don't know. I'll have to look. Oh, here's my notebook. I'll have to look in my notebook to see if I actually wrote the stuff down, which would be very helpful. Sometimes when I'm doing stuff, I just do. And I don't really pay attention to measurements and stuff like that. The box that I did for the outside, I made the book first. I built the box around the book. So I saw how um, I have no way of tagging people in lives. I'm going live on Tuesdays and Saturdays. Um, and I will be putting tutorials only on my YouTube channel from now on. I've taken a lot of them down from TikTok because TikTok doesn't pay jack. Um, and I'd rather put them on my YouTube channel so I could put disclaimers because I had a few people with a lot more followers than I did watch my tutorials and use them as their own as they came up with them. And as you can see, I spend a lot of time writing out the directions because I experiment with them. So all that time and work that I put it into it, and somebody who has like hundreds of thousands more followers than I do just takes it and uses my tutorial as their own, that kind of really doesn't set well with me. So I stopped doing tutorials for a long time. Oh, wait a minute. Because that, no. What is, oh. So if I don't have this written down, I guess a good time to write it down. There is, I might have it in another place, but that's okay. I can figure it out. So I like this size book because I don't know, it's a good size book. And I wanted to use the fabric with Stamperia in order to wrap this book, and I like to do it all in one piece. Because their fabric's only 12 by 12, so I can't really do like the big books like I usually do my big journal books. Um, and the great thing about this is just like a normal book, like you can, you know, stretch it out and everything like that. Um, I also added in the little, I don't even know what you call that. I'd have to look it up, but these little thingies right here. And one way, if you don't have one, let me get it so you know what I'm talking about. This is like a press. Hang on. Did somebody just come in here?
Yeah.
Oh. What little booger heads want?
I didn't tell Ella I wasn't.
Huh?
I didn't tell Ella I wasn't eating.
Oh. Did she make you something? Here we go. Oh, it took me a minute. This is like a bamboo press, and you can use it for a lot of stuff. Oh, I was looking for that, and I forgot I had it in there. Since my book isn't as big as like what would go in here, I had this little block in there to hold it, and I was looking for this. Now I don't know where the other part of it is. But basically, you want one of these to squish down your papers. And that way you can get the signatures, the headband. That's what it is. Did somebody say that? What? Oh yeah. In there, and I have a whole trunk over here. So this is going to have to be like a step process, and these will be reposted on my Facebook page and YouTube. They don't repost to TikTok, obviously, because they don't really do that. Let me get my trunk of goodies. Usually when I make a book, I'm going to set this big old bad boy right here. I need a smaller one of these because my books are. I usually use either the brown paper that's in there, or I'll use this deckle edge kind of canvas paper. And I do have journals, not made by me, but that are made with this kind of paper. It's very bendy, and it's like a canvas, but it's deckled edge, which means it's rough. It's like serrated, and you can make that kind of edging too. Even if you have to cut this down, you just get a distressor, a paper distressor. I actually have one in my Etsy shop. I was doing inventory stuff to see what I had in there. The new collection is available in my Etsy shop for pre-order. Also, I meant to say that earlier and I forgot. I got distracted. Let's see, where is that? I have a couple of them. I have one that's kind of looks like it's old as dirt, but it's not. I just got it off of AliExpress. I'm a big AliExpress shopper. I don't shop off of Temu, mostly because they annoy me, because you have to have the app in order to even look at stuff on there, and that just that makes me mad. Let's see. But I have a few projects I'm going to be doing with the Hidden Grove. I came up with a really good idea for the Hidden Grove one. It's kind of like gnomes and mushrooms, you know, kind of thing. I think there's like a weird frog dude in it too. I don't know. It's a little round thing. It's like a little distressor thing. I bet you it's here in my drawer. Anyways, but you can do the edge of the papers with, I don't know, that's with that. This is ridiculous. This is how many tapes I have. I mean, I have some here, and then I got like 12 more over there. I highly recommend these AdTech dot glue runners. I buy these in bulk when they're on sale on Amazon because they're a lot cheaper. A lot cheaper. And I use them all the time. And one big, huge box will last me like over a year. So, and I use it a lot. But, and you can also use scissors to do the edge. You can just take like a pair of scissors like this and just do that, and it will make it all rough looking again. So, in order to know what kind of paper I'm going to use, this or that, gotta pick out what the book is going to look like, and then I can go from there. And I got, oh my gosh, a whole suitcase. Literally, it's like one of these decorative suitcase things I got from the thrift store. You also need this kind of mesh. It's like cheesecloth. You need this for the spine. I also use this in journal pages too, because they make like good backgrounds and stuff. So just to let you know, and it comes in a big, huge like this that'll last you forever. So I have. Let me make sure I can scoot on in here. I have tons of the Stamperia fabric. Tons and tons. All of these are different themes. I could probably look at them and tell who is who and what is what. So I need to just decide what kind of theme we're doing here. And when I could decide that, most of them are going to be the brown paper, but pretty much brown paper. Some of these fabrics also, they don't make them anymore because they were discontinued. I don't think they make that Alice in Wonderland anymore. I'd have to just look and see. But they, fabrics and the collectibles and cards and some of the molds are just like a one-shot pony during a release. And then I'll have people ask me for them for like a year later. And I'm like, no, they don't make that no more. So I have like this right here. This is the Cosmos fabric. They don't even, I think they hardly have anything left for Cosmos that has planets on it. So I don't know. That one's Magic Forest. And then I have like Blue Dream, and that one, that's Magic Forest. That's a Sunflower Art. That's Forest, Music, Forest. Let's see, that's Alice in Wonderland. This is Sweet Winter. That looks like Precious, maybe. And that looks like Around the World. So you just got to decide what kind. That one is the one I just did, the collection I just did right here. I just set this in here. Old Lace. Let me see. That is Gears of Christmas. Let me see which one I want to do. I'll do one that's already unwrapped because. And another thing you can do is you can do the signatures first, and you can do a bunch of them, and just let them dry, and then you can put them in a box or something until you're ready to use them. which is good. That's Blue Dream. That's Blue Land. Not my favorite. This is Lavender. So, hang on, I can't see the comment. Because I've been a Stamperia fan since like 2018, and I started selling it like 3 years ago. And so when I have to look at it and make listings for it, I just know. That's Dewdrops. That's paint. That's part of the Sweet Winter. That almost looks like Song of the Seas. Oh, here are those things right here. So you can get these like on Amazon, and they come in like a pack like this. So you'll have one for, you know, every occasion. I have ribbon under here also, and some Korean jacquard fabric. I guess that's Roseland. This is Wonderland. That looks like that is Vintage Library. See, Vintage Library, they don't have fabrics anymore. I do have some products in my Etsy shop that they don't make anymore. I bought like whatever they were getting rid of and just kept them in there. That is Blue Land. So I guess I don't know. See, this is always that's Sea Land. This is chocolate and coffee and chocolate. That's actually a chocolate bar. Coffee. That's it too. I have to think. That may be lavender too. All right, let me see. There was one I just saw that I was going to use. Christmas ones. I'm kind of over Christmas because it just happened. So let's not choose Christmas. And I got molds that I usually make ahead of time. I guess I could do something like this. This looks like it's probably around the Fantastic Voyages. Something like this would work. But like I said, I have a ton of these, and I don't know, maybe I'll make like small books or something because I can make a bunch of them. Looks like around the world. Or I could do like forest. This actually right here, I think these are like some kind of little raspberries. The new collection actually has strawberries in it. This one wouldn't be bad either. This one's like green. Let me see. I don't even know if these little loops have. Oh, I thought they had like the names on them. That would have been nice. I guess I could wrap them and then put the names of the collection on there. Very very green. It looks more neon green to me, but it looks more muted on the camera. What about that? That might be good. Oh, here it goes this way. I just saw the little fox right there in the bird. And that makes more sense. I don't know. That's the problem I always have. I mean, even this right here, is this a whole piece? Let me see if this is a whole piece. This is Magic Forest. This would be a good one too. It's kind of, even this, like ones that have consistent patterns like that are the easiest ones to choose from. This is Bercante Antiques. Ooh, that one would be a good one too. I like the Bercante Antiques collection. That's what this is. See, this one has teddy bears. We could do that one. That one would be good. I probably don't have it all right. How about that one? I like this one. That's the one I did the antique shop front facing thing. We'll use that one. And like I said, I can move. This one is actually Sunflower Art Shop. I made an art shop book also with that. Yeah, there's Alice. If it's a discontinued one, I'm always leery about using it because I can't get it. So with this, we could probably just use the like white thingy on it. And I'm going to leave this in here until I actually need it for the spine. But we'll assemble. And like I said, this is like a suitcase or something that I got from, I don't know, a thrift store. And it's huge, but it works really well for fabrics. And it can store upright, which is always good. All right. So this one actually, I like this a lot. And when if you buy fabric from them, they're going to wrinkle. Not a big deal. If you just leave them out like this, you can even spray it with a little bit of water. It's silk, so it'll straighten back out. It's okay too that it's a little bit it has a little bit of creases in it because I'm just going to stretch the sucker out. Okay, so I'm going to write this down as I'm going. Do I have, let me see if I got a pen or pencil. Use a pencil. Okay. So, I'm just going to call this the real book. Because, and I'm going to put Fortune. This is the Fortune collection. I'm going to put Fortune Tomb book so I know as a reference because I'll know that. Okay, so let's start with measurements. And we will get this party started. And I'll try to tell you what you need along the way. And that will help. Now, I'm gonna probably round this to the nearest, mostly because it's got the fabric on it, so it's gonna be a little bit. So this is about 7 13/16 or 7 3/4, which is what I'm thinking that the book was. 7 so I'm gonna put that 7 3/4 by. Whoop. Oh gosh, I got butterfingers. Where's the edge? There it is. 5 inches. So 7 3/4 by 5 inches. That's what size. This also is chipboard, and that's the stuff that I used when I was making the Master of Magic book, my go-to book. So let me put covers times 2, and then we have the spine will be also the same length, 7 3/4 by, I want to say 1 inch. Looks about right. Maybe, I swear, next time I'm just going to write stuff down so I can remember this. All right, there's the edge. No, it's 7, or it's 7. It's 1 1/8. Okay, so 1 1/8. Okay. So for the signatures, to make this exact replica of this book, we have 6 signatures. 6 signatures. And it is, let me see how many pages. I want to say probably 10 to 12 because that's usually my go-to per signature. 1 2 3. Okay. Also, when you are doing the sewing in the signatures, even numbers will get you on the same side. Odd numbers will get you one on one side and one on the other. Let me see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's a little bit oddball-y. No way. There's no way I did that. 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9. I did 9 pages. That's so odd. Wait a minute. So it'll be 9 pages. 18 all together when you fold them in half. And then front and back would make it, what, 36? And then times 6 would make total pages for front and back. Let's see, let's 2. No. Times 36 times 6, not that. 6, and then 96? No, times 6. 6, not 4. I keep thinking 4 because I always do in 3s and 4s. Is it 18, 21, 216 pages. That is front and back. It's good to know these things because if you do sell them or anything, that's all the information you got to add on there, you know. So, oh, thank you. It's good when my brain's not fried. Okay, so this will be the cover. 2 covers, 7 3/4 times 5 inches. 1 spine, 7 3/4 by 1 1/8 inch. 6 signatures, 9 folded pages in each signature. They'll make 18 pages one side, 36 pages front and back. Total of 216 pages front and back in the whole book. Okay, so now we gotta figure out what sizes I actually used. You know why? I bet you the first and the last signature are probably 9 because I used that. Let me check that. I was wondering why I would not. Each time. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so these minus these 2 signatures, there's 4 signatures that have 10. But we could still do it this, well, we could do it this way, but we'll have to have 2 extra pages. We'll just stick with this. We better not. Okay, let me see. I'm going to put on here first and last signature Weirdo. You're making weird noises. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Okay, so technically they all have 10 pages each. So first and last signature has 9 pages. Ten minus 1 for covers. So basically, this side, this signature over here that splits in the middle has technically 10 because the 10th one is right here. And then we have 10, then, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. We have 90 and then 99. So that's where the 10th one went. So that I knew, I was like, there's no way I used 9. So technically there's 10 pages per signature, which is 20 when you fold it in half. Then minus 2 pages for covers. So that way I know. Got it. Oh, thank you. It's over here, buried under my stuff on my bed. I've been carrying it around like a little baby. Oh my goodness. So that would be 60, let's see, 20 times 6 would be 120. No, what did I say? 20 per signature. Yeah. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. What's what? Yeah, 120. 120. And then it would be 240 front and back, 238 minus the 2 pages. There we go. We're good now. I don't know how I did this without writing any of this down. 238 pages. I said 216. It's technically 238. Okay, now I got to figure out what the length is that I used. Which should be fun. I'm probably, it's going to be less than the 5, which I would think it's going to be probably 4 and, knowing me, probably like 4 3/4, which is a little bit tricky because you got to shave them all down. So I'm thinking I did it 4 3/4, folded in half. So let me put on here pages, folded 4 3/4, which is gonna make it what, 8, 9.5, 9.5. That sounds right. Let me check my work now. I think that's right. let's, because 4.5, 4.5 would be 9. Yeah, 9.5. I'm right. Okay. It's, what time is it? 6 o'clock. It's late. I'm tired. 7 3/4. Okay. So pages, I got to make 9.5. So let's start there. So this gorgeous fabric, I'm going to take this, fold this up, and I'm going to move this out of the way, and I got to go get the big boy out to slice and dice. Let me count out the, might as well get this started. Let me put this right. Woo! All right, let me get something to drink. I'm parched. Okay, I'm gonna do this first. I lost my. So we got, let's see, it's gonna be 5. I'm gonna mark it 5 and 5 more, make it 10. And then we got 7 3/4. Now that I've looked at it, that may be the where I got the length for the spine. That sounds like something I would do. Like, let me just use this. It's exactly 1 inch. So I'll have to see. All right. So here we go. Cover 1. Cover 2. All right, let me set these right here. I had a piece of, ooh, I'm gonna use this. I had just a scrap piece over here laying here. All right, I said 1 1/8. We'll just keep it like that. We'll just go with it, even if it's not right, but I'm pretty sure it is. Alright, that's going to be our spine. Let me write that down real quick. If I don't write these down, they get mixed in with all the scraps. It's always good. So there's our spine. Alright, let me take these scraps and put them away. Alright, so this is the fun part. Oh, the tedious part. I don't like this part. Hang on, guys. Hold on. There we go. Got it. Sometimes it gets a little bit blurry. I don't know where my handle is. I lost my handle. Look, my handle's gone.
It's blue, wasn't it? Shouldn't be hard to find.
You would think not. Why did they make it removable?
Probably the package it came in.
Like a bigger box. I'm going to find that thing and I'm going to glue it back on. I'm going to glue it on. So I don't have to worry about it. It probably is right here because I just moved this stuff to get some stuff out for the other book. I probably dropped it. Didn't even realize what it was. Oh yeah, I was getting stuff out. I don't know what you call it. If I have to, I can use a trimmer, but I'd rather not. I can use more. I could probably still manage without it. Oh, you know what? I think I know where it is. Now that I saw the box, I haven't used it in a while, and so I'm thinking I found it, and I was like, "What the heck is this?" I put it in my
Box
bin.
of things you don't know what they are.
Yeah, I have a box thing of things I don't know what they are, and I'm like, I ain't throwing it away because then I'll need it, and I know it.
You actually have a box of that?
Yes, I have a box of stuff. I don't know what it is, and I don't want to throw it away because I might need it.
Got it.
Or it's going to be important. You remember that one time I lost the underwire thing in my bra and I left it on the counter in the bathroom and you didn't know what it was?
Yes.
You remember that? Well, apparently, when Kaylin had that happen to her, she was leaning over or something and it popped at work and she did not know that there was metal in there. And I was like, duh, why do you think they call it an underwire? Hey,
She's
kids.
a baby.
I know, right? I know. See, everybody has a box like that. Told you.
Well, I have a box of my stuff that I haven't yet decided what I want to do with it, but I know what it all is.
Let me get a steady position.
I have a lot of those boxes.
My hands are small enough I could actually do this like this till I find it.
I can 3D print you one for that prospect I can do.
Oh, that would be nice. The box is right there. I don't know how big it is.
I would just have to measure the.
Because
it's not something that would happen right now.
I know, but it's like bigger than this part.
What color do you want?
I don't care. All right, let me see.
When you're done, just leave it out and I'll 3D print you one.
I always do one page first, just to make sure I got the right, thingy, right line. What is it? What is that? 4 and then 7. Oh, I didn't even think about measuring. Hold on, let me measure that. Let me see. I might have kept the pages. Let me see how tall I made the pages. I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Yeah, they're 7 3/4. Yeah, 7 3/4. That's what I thought. But you never know. You should always make sure. But like I said, this is the tedious part. I don't even know how I did this before. Okay. Alright. And I'm thinking about it. You know what I need to do is I need to group them together first, and then I'll trim off the excess. So this is essentially, I think, the size we're going for. This is going to be my little reference. Oh yeah, that's perfect. It fits in there perfectly. So that's probably, so I'm going to do, what we have to do is we got to get the signature together, fold it all, and then, and that will probably be the easier part, because I just put a box cutter on there, and I'll probably do that with a box cutter. It'll be easier. So what I'm going to do first, all right, that's what we're going to do. What did I say it was? 7 3/4. We're going to do it this way. No. Now I'm getting, hold on. Got to do it like this. Because that's the length. Yeah, that's the length. Okay, we're good. Oh, I'm confusing myself now. Might have to take some papers out since I don't have my good old handle. I probably will. Yeah, let me take some papers out. I don't want to push down on it and then I slip, because this little nub right here is not good. Let me do that. Make sure. I swear I'm going to get me another doohickey. I think this one is just a cheap little swing line one. And then we'll trim them up. So let me get 10 of them done. Let me see. I might be able to do it. Do it 5 at a time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look at that. Okay, I'm going to do them 5 at a time, just as a precaution until I find my handle. Go. All right, there's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, I would definitely get a box cutter and have a fresh blade in the thingamabobber. 3, 4, 5. I have a drawer like that too because I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a toy or if it's something of mine, so I keep it just in case because every time I've thrown something away, it ends up biting me because I did. He just leaves all his mess everywhere, all over his desk. No organization, but I'm messy too, so I can't talk. Okay. Alright, so here is 10. So what we're going to do, I'm going to do this real quick before I do the other ones. Let me move this because this thing is like, medieval. Alright. You could save these too if you want. You can do all kinds of little things with them. You can weave them in and out, kind of like a lattice. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fold all these. Again, if you do any little projects or anything, always write it down. Get you a notebook and write it down. Because when you don't, when you get older, you can't remember it all. Unless you do it consistently. Like if I make books, as many as I made before, like my normal way, I can do that like in 45 minutes. Like cover, signatures, everything. But if I do like more complicated books, that takes me a little bit. I got so many, I have like, I don't even know how many different like pop-up stuff I have in my head. It's getting to the point where I'm getting overcrowded. Need to convert to like cloud storage. Yeah, there you go. You can use them to braid. Yeah, like I've seen people, they do these things called master boards, or I think, or something like that. And they'll take like their scrap pieces of paper and like if it's various pieces, they'll use them. You could put them all like together like this. Then, like a lattice pie, like a pie lattice. Just weave them in and out. You could even like paint them different colors. If you wanted to, take some markers, paint them different colors. So it will kind of look like vintagey, especially if it's this brown. And then when you put them together, you can have like some kind of color coordinated thing. You could also put them together, and then you could put like a sticker or something on each square. Take a black pen and write something on each one. All kinds of stuff you could do. I know. They do. I don't understand that. I think they're called master boards or something like that. I don't know, but I never really understood it because they put all their scrap paper like collaged onto a board or like a bigger piece, and then they use that to either make something out of it or use it for a background or something like that. And I'm like, that seems like a lot of work just to do that. Why don't you just glue it on whenever you need it? I don't know. I have, yeah, are they masterboards? I don't know. I feel like it's such a time waster. Because you could just like throw it all in a box, and then when you need it, then use it for whatever you need it for. Or if you just don't know what you want to do with it and then you want to use it, well, then there you go. Okay, so all of these are going to go in here like this. When I get all the signatures, I'll look and see what I put holes wise in there. And this is the same kind of concept that they do for like an open spine, you know, where it's like sewn on the outside. You just don't put a spine there. And you have to put your holes in through the cover too. That's it. Yeah, there you go. They cut them up for tags and stuff. Okay, so what you want to do, okay, so see how we got this extra meat hanging off of here? Apparently that's a big no-no. I don't care. I would just keep it like this. But if we want to make a book the correct way, let me see if I got my skeleton clip somewhere. What we basically want to do is we want to slice all this off. Let me make sure. I'm going to just take a bone fold, preferably one of mine because mine are the best, and just kind of shove it in there like that, and then kind of fold it. If you guys hear a little rugrat running around, that's Ruby. Just she does that. I've tried the mute button, it doesn't work. I just have zoned it out. Okay, you want to hold this. You want to be very careful. Sweet Jesus, please don't let me cut myself on live. So what I usually do is I don't try to go all the way down. Okay. Now you can use a ruler, but I find that I suck when I put a ruler like this and try it. I'm just horrible at this because I have a tendency to, I guess, push against the ruler. But you start like halfway down first, and don't try to push all the way through it, and just stay flat up against that, and then just keep making your way up. Let me stand up so I can see. Let me get my other one. So this has to be done to like every signature. Now if I had a really good like guillotine cutter thing, then I would probably use that. But even then, I've never really seen one that I actually liked too much. Unless you get one of those like crazy expensive ones. You know, that kind of does it for you. And unfortunately, you have to stack it like this because that's the whole point of trimming off the excess. Now you can get it started and then use scissors if you want to. You can mark it. Use scissors if you're not able to. But if you got a good sharp box cutter, it's not bad. Let me get this little edge. And then you just take it over and over. Until you get them all like even Steven like that. So that way when it's in the book, it's sewn in. You can also take it like this, turn it over too. Just gonna trim this just a teeny. Just kind of make it even on this side. Make sure there's no little scragglies. So that's how each signature has to be done. Yeah, there's lots of options. I mean, I'm very resourceful and I lose things a lot. So So if I can't find something, I will find something else to use because I'm impatient too. And I'm like, I ain't got time for this. I got things to do. So I'm going to sit here and I don't care if I can go use a kitchen knife. I'll do it. I'll just sharpen it. And then my husband will come in and be like, what are you doing? I've even used a table saw. And then I got caught by my husband. And he's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I need a table saw. For what? No, you don't. You're freaking me out. So that's what. All right. So I got to have what? 6 of these? Oh, that's not too bad. What was I complaining so much for when I was doing this? I don't know. I'll straighten this one up. Let me get this real quick. Let me show you what I. There they are. So, like right here, I got this one little page. It's got little blah blahs on it. I'm just going to take it. And I could see the line where I like kind of like attempted to cut it. It just didn't quite go through. You just trim it up with some scissors. Sometimes that happens. It's good arm workout though. Oh, there's like something in the paper right there. And then once you have all of your 6 done, that's when you will poke holes in there for each signature. If you don't have a binding board, book board thing, I highly recommend you get one. They're very handy. I actually sell them in my Etsy shop because everything that I use, I usually try to sell in my Etsy shop because I use it, so I need it. So most of the time you can't just buy one of something, which kind of stinks. So I just put the rest of them in my Etsy shop. That's one reason why I opened it. It's because my oldest daughter needed a job. Couldn't get one because she was too young. And she was about to graduate high school. She was only 16 when she graduated high school. So when she was 15, she wanted to get a job to try to save up for college. So I opened up an Etsy shop. And I said, well, I got to buy stuff anyway. So I need it for me. So you can help me do stuff. What is folders? We look. Oh, is that thing like spacing out again? I don't know why it goes blurry. There we go. Focus, 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 focus. Usually if I move around a lot, it will sit there and it will do that. If it goes blurry, just say, hey, look. We're blurring up again. I don't think I cut these, did I? No, I didn't. Come on. Let's see, what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let me find what I did back there. Put that behind there. And then we got, I'll put these here. 1, 2, my spare. 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so I'll go ahead and I'll do all these real quick. That way you don't have to go keep getting this thing back out. Missing arm. Alright, so there's the next 10. Put this here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 is very stiff brown paper. It probably would be easier to use lighter paper for something like this, but I'm partial to the brown paper. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I'm going to have 6 of these total. So I have 1, 2. I'm working on number 3. Sorry if it's loud. If you do it quick, and it works better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, 2, 3, 4. Well, at least I know I have plenty of fabric to make a bunch of these. I'll end up making like 4 of them, and then I'll be like, boom, boom, boom. I get them all out. Okay, I think that's maybe 2 more, maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, Okay, so this is one. Let me count these real quick. This will be 2, 3, 4, 5. So I need one more. One more. Then I can put the big behemoth away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. I said one more, but I'm just splitting them up into 5s because this thing, I'm afraid I might look at it wrong and it will be like, nope, I'm not doing it now. That's why I didn't have any of these papers out. It's because I was trying to fix that thing and figure out why I was in the gaming zone. I mean, I play games. Just haven't done them live. Alright, let me put this thing away. And see, you got all kinds of little, like your cat of 9 tails. Like, whip somebody with that. See, so you can use these for whichever you want. Alright. Let's get these folded. Okie dokie. So if I could get the signatures together and put in the press, that'll be huge. That's what we're shooting for. That's the other thing too. You could always sew them together and then try to slice them all down at once. But I've done it that way and it's a lot harder. And I feel like I burned 200 calories by the time I'm done. And it takes longer because you have to go through so many layers. So I'm like, as long as you sit there and you do them all the same, I think it'll be fine. Because the top page is like what, what it needs to be anyway. The rest of them are being trimmed smaller. So they'll all be nicely distributed. And then what I can do is I don't think I have anything to do this Saturday, so I'll probably be back on live on Saturday. What is today? Tuesday? And so I can continue. I won't touch it. and I can have everything ready to go. I'll do nothing. And then in the meantime, I will work on my Master Magic Journal spread and a few other things I gotta get done. And because I gotta do that off camera anyway, because I gotta do some um, experimenting with a few little pop-ups to get them to work right. I experiment on basic paper before I use the actual paper because I don't want to waste it. I always go on at 2 p.m. Eastern time. I don't like going on in the evening time if I don't have to. But since I homeschool my children during the day, 5 it's good for me during the week. So Tuesdays and Saturdays seem to be like my good days to do stuff on live. So I'll probably just leave it at that. You know, that kind of works for me. Mondays are no good because my husband goes bowling. He's in a bowling league with my 2 of my daughters. My other daughter, I never see her, even though she lives in this house and eats all the food because she's in her 3rd year of college, taking 19 credit hours and working 40 hours a week as a store manager at Walgreens. So I never see her. And she'll pop her head in here eventually and be like, no, Mom. All right, let me put these over to the side. I'm going to fold all these first. So it's me and little Rubik's Cube. And she is good and quiet and everything. Like, she'll sit in here with me. And we'll do things together and stuff. But she's very unpredictable. Because she's 4, so. And then that will give this time to get in the press, you know, get all book-like. And everything. I don't know how people, like when I sew, I use a straight needle because I can't use curved ones. Curved ones bother me a lot. And I end up always using the straight one. But I think only on these kind of books have I ever used the curved one. Because it is a little bit easier to kind of get up in there. But you can do it without it. But this is just the tedious part, is just folding. And then after I get these folded, I'll write down where we're going to put the signature holes in them. I usually like to do only 4. That's just even easier. But I would either do them small books, like if they're only like this big, I'll do 2. I usually do 4. Sometimes I'll do 6. Depends on what kind of mood I'm in. Just like I said, just keep them even. And see, that's my daughter right on time. See, I just knew it. I just knew it. No, my screen's not freezing. You'll probably have to get out of the app completely, shut it all down, your app for TikTok, and then go back in there. But no, I'm watching it right now on a different account, and it's not freezing. But usually that's what happens. I don't know why it does that, but my screen's delayed. But that's about it. You can also watch me on YouTube and my Facebook page too. It won't freeze there if it's freezing for you. If it keeps freezing on TikTok. Hi, Miss Donna. How are you? I know it's ESP. I have freakish ESP sometimes. Like I could tell. Like I'll tell my husband, "Oh, I have a feeling your mom's gonna call," and then all of a sudden she does. Like a minute later, and it freaks him out. He's like, "You got to stop doing that and throw holy water on you." You're welcome. I've had it happen to me, like if I'm watching somebody else's live, and the best thing is just to go out and come back in, and it usually fixes it all up. And then sometimes TikTok just is having problems. I know. I think it's a woman thing. Because men, they're oblivious to everything. A whole house could be on fire and they're just don't even notice. We had to take, oh, I don't know if you guys saw my story on TikTok. We had to take all of our smoke detectors down. They just went nuts last night. Like the night before, one of them kept going off in the hallway, and I was like, oh my gosh, why? We don't even change the batteries at night. If they go off, we just take the battery out. We do it the next day. Why do they stop working at night? And then the next day I forgot about it because I didn't hear it going off, and I was upstairs working, and so was my husband. And then as soon as we tried to go to bed, they started doing it again. I'm like, and so then Jeremy sat there and took it down. He couldn't get the battery out and broke it. He just went like this and broke it open. And they were installed in 2003. And they're supposed to be like replaced every 10 years. I was like, 2003? I wasn't even living in Tennessee then. I was like, that's ridiculous. And I think they just all went like haywire at once. And we moved in this house in 2020. They were supposed to be replaced. So we just bought a big old pack of them off of Amazon. But he couldn't get the thing open. He had to take it to the bathroom, and he was like, because he couldn't see, and that's like bright light in there. He couldn't get it. He can't get it open. I was like, oh my gosh. Oh, did you? Oh, was it the Master of Magic collection? Wait a minute. Are you the one that the mail lady hates you and always squishes all your packages? Is that you? I'm trying to think of. I don't. Oh, yeah, okay. I always try to put like a lot of stickers on them and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't even know. There's not really that much of that collection left, but I just moved everything because a new collection was just released today. Hidden Grove is really cute. guys can go look at it in my Etsy shop. And House of Roses was re-released. And it's so funny too because somebody just bought one of the card collections that I had left over from House of Roses like a couple years ago. And I only have one left. And I was like, oh, well, this in here. I don't make that anymore. Like, oh, you're talking about her years, and every single time she's like, there. It's okay. I think like I've had a lot of male people, not like male USPS workers, not like me either. A lot of them. Oh, I just saw that. It was freezing. I don't think it is now. I don't know why. Why do you keep blurring out there? Huh? Come on. I haven't had this much problems with it blurring like this. Oh, you know what? Wait a minute. I might have changed the graphics. That probably is why it's doing that, because I haven't had any issues with this before, and I don't understand why you're doing it now. Let me see. Because it shouldn't be doing. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Let me see if I can get. There we go. Video. No. Let me see. I had these on other settings before, and then my computer restarted. You know, like when it has like what's it called? You know, the ridiculous updates all the time. I hate it when it does that at very inconvenient times. It always wants to update in the middle of the night, and I'm like, no, I'm not turning my computer up for that. Is that Jack? Is that Jack? Oh, my handsome boy. What are you doing, handsome? Huh? Oh, you're hyper. Why are you hyper? What'd you get into? You been getting in trouble? Ah, don't you try to get on my bed. Hi, baby. There's Jack, if you could see him. Hey, baby. Hi. There he is. How you doing? Go be a good boy. He's always, he'll sit there and he'll start whining at the door if I'm in here working. I don't care if he comes in here. My husband doesn't like him up on our bed, and he just tried to jump up there, and all my stuff's on there, so he couldn't get up there. He likes to leapfrog all over the bed. I know he's huge. He's like 63 pounds. And he thinks he's a lap dog, and he likes to be held and hugged because we spoiled him rotten, or should I say I have. Everybody just loves on him all the time, so he's used to it. And he's super protective of Ruby. I think because she's the baby and he knows it. So he sits there and he watches out for her all the time. He's such a sweetheart too. Oh, my in-laws gave my husband so much crap about him because he's a pit bull terrier mix. And as soon as you say pit bull, everybody's all like, you know. And it's like, no, not a bully, you know, it's a pit bull terrier mix. And my husband, when we first like rescued him, he was very he did a lot of research, and they said they make great family pets. So that's why I kept him. But oh my gosh, he would not shut up. Oh my god, the paintball. And I'm like, he's a wuss. Are you kidding me? He ate a butter wrapper out of the garbage today, and I went, Jack, get out of there right now. And he went running and hid in his crate. Okay, such a wussy dog. Plus, it kind of took his jewels away, so he didn't have much bravery in him. You know, our little 12-pound pug, she's kind of runty, but she's gonna be, or she's 14. She's gonna be, I think she's gonna be 14 this year. Yeah, she's gonna be 14 this year. She's 13 now. And we got her like 6 months after my third daughter was like 6 months old. And she was the smallest one of the litter, and she was a full bred pug, but she never got over 12 pounds, and she never got tubby. So like most pugs do, she's like muscular, like a bulldog. And she barks at him, and he goes and runs. They kind of have a love-hate relationship. She's been alone for 13 years, so 12 years when we got him. He's still like a puppy. He's still like only a year and a half old. He'll be like 2 in September. August or September. But yeah, he's a big boy. Okay, I think this one's the last one. So, yay. Hey, Chick. Did you just go to work today or school? Both. How was work? How was school? Really good news? And it's not going to cost me any money. Okay, good.
It's work related.
Okay. Oh, did that heifer quit?
No.
Oh.
It has to do with me.
Oh, okay.
So, I was in the pharmacy yesterday for maybe an hour training, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So, I've only had like an hour and a half of training back in the pharmacy.
Okay.
But apparently, the pharmacist, who's like the head of the pharmacy,
Mm-hmm.
as well as one of the pharmacy techs, went to the operations manager and told her that I did like a super, super good job.
Oh, that's good.
So the operations manager went to the store manager, and the store manager said that I could go work in the pharmacy.
Oh.
As a pharmacy technician.
So, are you still going to be a manager then?
No.
Oh, so you're going to straight up go, dang it. Flipping thing. Sorry, guys. Hold on a second. I'm trying to get my thing to quit being so flipping blurry. Let me go closer. Maybe that'll help it from being. Oh, so is that like what you want to do? Oh, won't you have different hours though too, won't you? Because don't they close earlier?
Yes, they do close earlier. I would still be able to do full time, and it may be a lighter workload and less extreme and like physically exhausting in terms of like lifting and.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you mean like doing resets and revisions and junk and
Like
stocking?
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
like,
they really need to get like.
Lifting 40-pound totes.
They need to get a dude to do that.
They don't have any guys. There's only 2 guys in the whole store, and they're both in the pharmacy.
and one of them's free. Don't say that. And the other one's like 5 days. Well, that's good. How was school? But I was really happy about work. The store manager told me that the pharmacy really likes me. And it could be a really good opportunity in terms of moving up. Ooh. Well, that's good. I'm going to chop off a finger while I'm live. Huh? That sounds like fun. I know. There you go. That one actually came out a lot better than the other one. The same. So they're going to be a little bit more even. Where are my scissors? All right, let me put these over here. Yeah, that's good. I'm proud that you're in there. It is less stressful, the pharmacy. But I mean, I've been there for 2 months and they're already. I know, in 2 months, and then that one chick. Oh, that one chick's probably fuming now. One who's been working there. The pharmacy hates all of the other people at front. Why? Except me. Just because they don't take initiative. And they don't like. Well, isn't that kind of like the same thing you had happen like almost everywhere though? Yeah, but it's a different kind of like the other people up front that go back there in the pharmacy, they think certain things like aren't their job. That's the kind of thing. Oh. They don't offer. They won't put their drugs up after they're done filling the prescription. Why wouldn't they do that? It's kind of like I don't know. Pharmacy 101. I don't know. That's kind of messed up. But yeah, I mean, I haven't told her anything. Like she said that nothing is like definite yet. I'm gonna think about it. Is Daddy in there with Rupert? I guess so. I don't know. I just got here. Okay. Not sit down and do that. Be able to do. Okay. That's awesome, Kaylin. Go tell Daddy. He'll be thrilled. I told you, as soon as I put the roller down, it always messes me up. I can actually see better this way. For some reason, I can't see past the roller. I miss watching movies with her. I'll be happy when she's on summer break. We can hang again. Me and Ella usually hang out. That's one that has my freakish, weird sense of humor. She's weirdo like me. Alright, let me... How many I got? Oh, 3 more to go. Okay. We got this. We can do this. I told you it's a lot of work for these. It makes it worth it though at the end. Especially when you make a book. Like I remember the first book I made. She actually taught me how to make books. She taught me how to make like a basic book. And then I kind of just, went from there and kind of did my own designs after that. She taught me the basics. Put this on here. Keep it straight. And okay, keeping it straight. Alright. Too bad. Oh, that's pretty good. Oh, wait a minute. What's going on with this one? I had a little folded piece. With my scissors. Oh, there they are. I had a piece fold down here in the back. Let me get this one real quick. I think this is the part that probably, I think, takes the longest. Let me get this real quick. I'm going to put this up here so I can actually see. I can't see because the camera's in the way. Is that better? It's not like, probably not scooping up as much. I have this one little piece right here. I think it folded under when I was cutting it. So I'm trying to trim it down. Alright. These out the way. Ooh. And also, this is going to sound crazy, but when you're cutting these little bits off and stuff, be careful when you pick them up because you will get splinters. I know it sounds weird, but it happens. Because when they're all grouped together, it's kind of taking on its original form there, the stick. All right. If I decide next year that I'm going to make a bunch of books like this, I'm going to get one of them fancy cutters. Kind of does it for you. I think We Are Memory Makers makes one, but I haven't seen it. That one seemed like it was the easiest. I don't know how to turn the autofocus on. I didn't see that option. Because it's like you know what it is they updated it, and it keeps saying to go back to the original I had it on auto before. And when I do it on auto, that's what caused it to be super blurry. I wish I could get it back to the settings it was for my computer update. I don't know why it doesn't automatically do it. All right, last one. And then I'll get the measurements for the spine hole things, signature holes. All right, let's get all this fun stuff out of the way here. So this, if you make a book like this, it's one of those things that you have to kind of concentrate, like make a day of it or something with the signatures and the, what you call it, cover. Hold on. I'm trying to slide forward here. I got too much stuff in the way. All right. Come on. I've been setting myself at an angle, and I don't know, maybe that just works better. Which, I mean, see if I can get it better, and then we'll be all set. Whoa. I'm not entirely sure why it kind of like, I don't know, geeks out a little bit. It was kind of like this. Can't remember how I had it though. Oh, you know how I remember how I had it. Hold on. Because I don't want it to be blurry on you guys. I had it like that. We can do it like that. And then maybe this would be a good excuse for me to tell my husband I need a new camera. He ended up buying himself like a better one, and I got this one. And I'm like, why'd you give me the crap hole one? Could also be my lighting. Okay, let's try that. We'll try that and we'll see. Oh, yeah, I do too. I hate it when it happens. We'll try that and we'll see how that does. Okay. So, here are signatures. And as you can see, they're kind of, you can't work with a book like this. Okay, so when we're done sewing it, it's going to be together like this, but we need to put it in a press. And the reason why you put so many pages in is so that way when you put it in the press, it's not bigger over here and then smaller, because it won't press right. We kind of want it even like that. So that's what we're going to do. So let me see the book here, and I'll see. Oh, okay. I put my ruler. Where did it? There it is. Let me see where I. Looks like half an inch. I did almost the same exact thing that I do in my other books. Okay, let me write this down. Where's my book? Okay, so these are the signature holes. There's 4, and they're half an inch. What was it? 250 or 2.5. Sorry, I say 250, but 2.5. Then we have 5. Looks like 5.25. 2.5, 5.25, and oh, wait a minute. Hold on, let me even this up. It's going to be half from the top too, so it'll be, let me see, 5. What did I say? 5.25. I think it's, yeah, it's half. So basically, it's like 2.5. It's a half from the top, half from the bottom. Then you got 2.5 in, 2.5 in. That's pretty much it. I'll put 2.5 because I'll remember that. 2.5, and then what did I say? Half. So from top to bottom. So when we mark them, oh, let me get my little goo thing here. Oh, this is gonna be fun. So I'm no, of course not. Okay, let me find a marker. Yeah, I mark all over these things. Maybe this silver. Let's see. So this one is going to be right below here. This is these black marks right here. Ignore the gold one. Are the standard, my standard journal sizes. So since I use the same thing all the time, that's what I do. I'm going to mark this with this silver pen if it will stay on. Or maybe I'll just use this. I didn't even think about that. Of course, it's got to be like right there. You know what I'm going to do? Let me do this. Let me take one. We'll do it the old school method. I'll use this to punch them. This is going to be my little template. Oh, what is that? Hold on. Let me see if it's important. I'll have to answer that later. Anyway. Oh, I thought that was you texting me. Yeah, old school method. Okay. I'm going to draw a line here. So, and then I'm going to go half. My hand might be in the way. And then what we do is we use this as a template to just punch the other ones. Half, and then 2.5. And then I'm going to come up here and I'm going to go half. And then from there, we'll make it 2.5. Like that. Where's my poker? I just had that. Where the heck did that go? Always losing that thing, and it's pink. You can't. Oh, there it is. Like you can't miss the thing. I'm gonna get something on it. There we go. I think I used it to stir wax last time I was using it. All right, so there we go. So that is going to be Mama Jahama template. I'm going to stick this in the middle. I don't like to do this with every single page because, like, I don't want to draw a line on the whole thing. But I'll do it, like, with one in there. And if you don't have, like, this little binding board, you can use, like, a, what do you call those? The self-healing pad things. You can use that, but be careful because I've stabbed my desk I don't know how many times. So then, just check the holes. Make sure they're all good. Like that. Okay, and then what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take this last page and I'm going to mark one of these. Let me move this out of the way. Mark one of these. Use this. And that way I know they'll be all even. And then, there you go. And I keep hitting the side of that thing. Trying to see where the hole is. Not good at finding the holes. Where are you? Oh my gosh, did you see the the video of the office made into babies, like AI? Oh my gosh, that was the cutest thing ever. I think the funniest thing of that whole show though was the pranks. Let me see which one is going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It wasn't this one. Must be this one. Trying to get that one that came out of. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, that's interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 came out. That one, okay. Bottom one, got it. Is that better? It's not blurring up as much, isn't it? Oh, really? Like, I tried for the longest time to get my husband to watch the show because I heard it was funny and I saw all kinds of little reels on YouTube and whatever about it. I will say it's hard to get into, but once you get like past the first season, it's super funny. I will say though, Michael Scott gives me like anger problems. So I can't with all the stuff he does. It makes me mad. I'll have to just remember to, for some reason, it just like does better at an angle, I guess. Maybe it's because of how the light is. I don't know. Like there's not enough in here apparently. All right, that's one. And it doesn't really matter what, I guess, if you want to use embroidery thread or whatever, it just don't matter which color you use too much. I mean, you can also glue the pages together or, use a glue runner if you don't want the, the thing to show, the threads to show. All right, so there we go. We have all of our little holes did. All right, let me. I have no idea where did I put the. Oh, there it is. Boy. All right. I think I just do brown probably because but it's gonna work. I had these. My embroidery thread is all buried under everything. Get it out of here. Okay. Now, this can be a little bit tricky because usually what you're supposed to do, oh, that's bin number one. I have two more somewhere. That's the closest one. When I run out of whatever color I need in there, then I go look for it in the other bin. Usually what you have to do is you're supposed to do a little bit of extra over here and a little bit extra there, and that equals one signature. So we have 6, okay? So you're usually supposed to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, times. So that would be like 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And I do an extra 2 so I can, tighten it up and everything. And it usually will get tangled, which is lovely. Okay, so I'm going to use the straight one to start with. I'm going to start angling it. No, I have too much stuff. I found a book nook today. That was funny. I don't use wax thread with this paper because it will leave spots on it. Like a Philly cheesesteak in a paper bag. That's what you got. So you kind of don't want to use wax thread if you use this kind of paper. You can use it on other paper, like the decal edge paper. It doesn't do anything to. Okay, so yep. Okay, I always start on the inside. I'm just gonna, and it's gonna look messy because I'm caught on. What the heck? Oh my god, I'm caught on the thing. Let go. And I'm gonna leave that because I need a good length for tying. Now, there's a lot of ways you can do it. Mostly you want to kind of go down this way. Then when you get to here, you want to go up like this, down, and then up. And you'll usually meet back here in the middle. Then you got your thing to tie with. So one of the signatures, that's why I think one of my signatures in here actually does have, let me see, the tying part is right there. That's where I tied it at. But all the other middle ones, see, all you see is the 2. From what I remember anyway. But yeah, hang on, let me, well, see, there's the 2. And there's the 2. There's the 2. And there's the 2. So when it came back, that's where it ended up. And if you don't want to see the threads, you can just take these 2 pages like this and just use a glue runner, like a dotted glue runner, and put them together, and then you don't see them. That's actually what they do in actual books. And if you, like, let's say you don't estimate your thread right, you can always just tie it to the piece. It's not a big deal. Don't fret. Okay, so let me make sure I got enough here. So then I'm just going to kind of go in with this one. Oh God. I'm always a hot mess when I do this because I knock everything over. And if you use like more of a twine thread too with it, it is a little bit better because you won't be all tangled up like, you know, how embroidery plots it. And try, I usually use these little clips like this to kind of keep them together because you don't want it to be loosey-goosey. And let me see, how did I do this before? Now I'm having a brain fart. I'm having such a brain fart today. I don't know why. Unless I went, hold on, maybe I did go. I was thinking I went this way and then I crossed over. Then I went this way and I did that. And that sounds like how I would have done it. But then I was like, no, wait a minute. And then I'm getting it confused with the outside spine. I'm human. And it's late. No, I didn't do it that way. No, I didn't. I thought I would have, but I guess I didn't. Which would make actual sense. No, I didn't. I was trying to figure out. I was like, wait a minute. My other books that I've done it a few different ways. When you're showing the spine, though, you want to make sure that you see the thread. But I'm thinking that I'm gonna do it. You know what I may do? I may do it a different way than I've done before. I know one way that I've done it. No, I don't want to do it that way. Where's my ending? And then I tied it, and then I went like that. Okay, I'm gonna do it like this. I don't need number 3 yet. Hang on. Oh no. Let me move all this stuff so I don't get caught all up in it. There we go. No, you can do it individually if you want to. I think that if you want them to like together real good so they don't shift in the press, that's one way you can do it. You can do them individually if you want to. But you have to connect them somehow. They have to be connected somehow. Because you'll have to, if you do them all individually, you could do the first one. And then when you get to, like, it would go up, in, you could tie it. But then you're going to have to start over here, go to the next one like this, and then go in, out, and then tie it. And then you'll have to go to the next one and do that. So if you do it like this, you won't have to go like, to the next one. And then you won't have to like kind of backpedal, if that makes any sense. If that makes sense. So, like I said, it's been a year since I've done a book like this. I have to remember because I do them like 3 or 4 different ways that you can do signatures. There's a ton of different ways. I don't even know half of them. And I want them to stay like, you know, together. Where am I at on this one? Oh, da, 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 da. Yeah, next time I'm probably going to use twine. Less tangles. Alright. Less catching on everything. Oh my gosh. Where am I pulling from? There we go. That's a bad thing about having the long thread. When I get done with this one, I'll go back and pull and tighten it. I have a few little tricks to kind of try to keep them mostly together. That way I don't have to keep on, you know, pulling places. There we go. I'm trying to show where I'm going. Usually I would have this over here in my lap doing it. I have to see. Now, okay, so we got these two. Don't tangle up on me now. Okay, so it's like, this is where we started from. We started in the inside, went here, there, 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 there. We're over here on this one. Okay, now what we're gonna do, oh wait a minute, this one's the first one. I'll go this way. I'm trying to keep them all straight too. So, this one, which one's the first one? This one. Okay, good, good, good. There we go. Now this one is the one that I actually had a little loop on. Figuring I went back through the hole, knowing me, and I just got this all doodad again. I don't see how people, like, I've done embroidery before, and man, it's such a pain. I like to do like little itty bitty spots at a time, because if I had this much like thread, oh, I would have lost it, because it would always get tangled up, like worse than yarn. Okay, so I went back through the first hole, and it will have this little loop right here on the end. I know it's kind of hard to see right there. Okay, this is the first signature right here with the tail out. Okay, now what I'm going to do is, I think what I did before is where I had that loop. Let me just double check and make sure. I must use the same exact color too. See, I have that, there's a little loop. And then I went, I love seeing me problem solving. It's funny. Now I can go, Where am I at? Oh, no, that's tail. Alright, let me decide how I want to do this. Actually, what I'm going to do, let me switch it up here. Because I kind of like doing it more of, I don't know, like a hidden thing. Don't tangle, don't tangle, don't. Where my thingy's at? I'm going to turn it this way. See, will that work? Yep. So, we can go in this way, go through this way, here, there, that's what it did. Do I have this back? I have this backwards. Hold on. I can tell by the holes. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and do this. Whoop. I'm going to keep them stacked, and that way I don't get them all mixed up again. Yeah, I think I'm going to do it this way. Sorry, just trying to decide. Whoa, the way I want to do this. Uh-oh. There we go. I'll change it up just a little bit. It actually helps to keep the first two bound together like that, because that kind of gives you a good base. I'm going to go over this a few times. Alright, let me try this and then I'll explain what I'm doing. in my other. I hope okay. See which method I did use on this, but this is what I'm going to do for the moment. Oop, skip the page, hold on. There we go. Ah, oh no, I'm caught. How? That is so weird. Hey. Back on flipping knots. There we go. I'm gonna go back this way. I'm doing this so crazy. Only because I want it to be more secure. That's how I got caught over there before. So I'm just kind of crisscrossing just to kind of bind them a little bit, and then I'll go over it again. All right, where are we at? Where's that page? And we go back through here. So basically, I'm just getting it back to, is it the right one? Yep, the way it was. See how they're all loosey-goosey? That's, I'm gonna, when I get them all at least like intertwine with each other, then I'm gonna go over the outside, kind of do them just the, I know. Well, I'm a little bit unorthodox when I do stuff too. I'll get out like a pattern, like a which way to go thing, and I'll write it down, and that way I can share it with you guys, and that way you guys can have it. Like I said, I kind of did this live on a whim. I was going to do a journal spread, but I really wanted, I haven't done a book like this in a long time, so I wanted to do this. Okay, so basically what I'm doing is I'm kind of going back, forth, and I'm kind of trying how I'm connecting them kind of here is kind of what I'm doing up here. It's kind of doing it like in twos, but then you're kind of going back and connecting them all together, if that makes sense. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to I'm on number 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to go back to number 3. I went that way. Or number 2, I think, maybe. Oh, no. I'm following my own little pattern here. Let me just do this. I need to connect those. See how I want to connect them. Look at this. I have like a purple thread right here. I don't know why. I don't think it's for my nails. Because if I do this will make it. I'm going to go back to number 2 and kind of connect now 3 and 4 to number 1 and 2, if that makes sense. But yeah, I'll write down the pattern that I use. I'll share it with you guys because I know it looks crazy. I'm doing it crazy. Keep them together here. And let me tighten this up. There we go. And then, okay, I got it. This one I'm on. But yeah, I'll write it down for you guys. Oh, gosh. Oh, no, you don't do that. Okay, so now I'm going to go to number 2. And I'm going to go here to number, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of like you sew a little bit, add another one to it, sew kind of those two together, and then you add another one, like number 3, and then you sew that one, and then you add number 4, and then you would go back and sew like 3 and 4 into 1 and 2, if that makes sense, because you kind of want them all like secure. But I have a pattern that I used that I wrote out the last time. I know I do. Okay, so now, like, see here, I'm on number 5, so I'm going to go in. I don't know if you guys can see that. Are you doing something with security codes while I'm online?
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, hang on, I got a little knot. Whoop, 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 whoop. There we go. It's tedious, but it's worth it again. I think it's always worth it. You gotta make it worth it. It's a lot easier when you get them all connected, though. We'll say that. Go. need to go. I go in here, then I go through here, then I can go here, here. Okay, I got it. Oh, this. I get frustrated with sewing regular books. Just easy. Boom, 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 boom. So I can fully sympathize and never look forward to sewing in signatures. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back. See, I got this. These are connected. These are connected. 1, 2, 3. And now I need to connect 5 to these bad boys. So I'm going 5 to, what is this? 4. And some. Remember those little bracelets that you used to make out of like uh, embroidery thread? I did that before with the signature. Oh, that was a chore. There we go. Bless you.
Thank you.
Jack was in here. He didn't get on the bed though. Okay, remember this. So now this is the only loose one here. What I'm going to do, we're going to jump over to that one. Get them all connected. Then we'll strengthen and tighten it and do all that good stuff. You're constantly having to fix though. That's the only downside. I like doing the first one and like the last one because then you don't have to deal with all the ones in between and trying to keep them all together. That one's always the first one. I know. Yeah, thinner books are easier. When they start getting some girth on them, that's when they get more complicated. All right, going back to number 5. A minute, where's... It helps too when you push them back together because then they go right back where they're supposed to. I'll have to look up, you know what I may have done? I may have put it on my computer. Oh. I have a video somewhere that I did when I made this one. Probably that's why I didn't write it down. And I think I took all the things off my phone. It may be on my computer. I'll go back and I'll check tomorrow and I'll see where that is. And I can either post the video as long as there's nothing bad on it. Like, I don't do ASMR for a reason. All right, now we're going back to number 6. And I'll post the pathway trail or whatever that you're supposed to take. So that way it's fully detailed. I'm like a visual person, so sometimes I have to either write down lots of details and pictures, or I've got to make a video of it so I know. Okay, I'm going to go back to number 5. Where's my, oh, did I put it in the right? Probably not. Yeah, I did. All right, and then I'm going to tighten up the edge, put some mesh on it after I get them all connected the way I want to. Where'd that go? Oh, that's number 5. Oh, darn it. Got caught again. All right. So, as you see, it's still like loosey-goosey. So, that's what we're going to do. Oh, that's terrible. Yeah, I'll find my... Whoop. This using... I don't think I got any more clips with the things on them. But still, it all the little metal thing. Alright, let me make sure I'm not tangling it. Okay, so usually you have to like these little loops right here. This is where the little crooked, curvy one comes in handy a lot. I'm just going to go in between all of those. Wait a minute. Was I in the inside? Oh no. That freaked me out for a minute. I was like, no. Okay, and I'm just going to go around like in a loop a few times. And then I'm going to go over here to this one and do it. Now here, let me change out my needle. This one. I hate this one. I feel like I'm using something defective. And you can do this also if you feel like it's loose anywhere. Just go over it again. This part ain't showing it unless you're making a what's it called? A spine, like a open spine one. And this part ain't gonna matter too much. So I'm gonna go to the third one. I'm just gonna keep looping all the way across. And this will help pull it together a little bit too. You can loop it as many times as you want, and it like has this nice little, almost looks like it's like, I don't know, braided almost thing. Now I'm gonna get myself untangled here. Then I'm gonna come up here. Actually, no, I want to crisscross. I'll go this way. Forgot I was over here. Like that. Whoop. I'm going to do the same exact thing that I did down there. I'm going to go back this time because I want it to go cross over that way, opposite way. Okay, so usually what I do is I could see what I did now. Okay, that's not bad. Not terrible. All right, let me go back this way real quick. Just gonna secure this just a little bit more. Whoop. There we go. Yeah, usually I have a little loop here, here, and here, and here, and that's where the got a little fudged up. But that's okay because you can still work with what you got there. You can make some afterwards. Which is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna save it. I'm just using the vertical ones to make the horizontal ones right there. So use a vertical one. I'm sitting here thinking about what I did with that thing. I'll write myself a note. Really? Even when I messed it up and then I just made a horizontal line, then I'm going to go back this way now. That's something that I've actually done quite a bit of sewing. Taking vertical lines and making horizontal lines. I've actually embroidered a few things in my house long, long time ago. Okay, I'm going to go back this way so I can make another X. Go, oops, my page went fell. Okay, I'm going to go like this now. And that's what you want to see. Okay, and then I'm going to make another X. I'm going to do the same thing. Oh, right there. Loopy. I'm going to make her X. And then I'm going to just slip it right here. This is like the little finishing up touch loops. This is how it's kind of supposed to be when you do it right the first time. I swear I can't handle curved needles. I'm going to go this way. And if you got like extra thread, use it. Just help keep it together better. Your OCD is approving. Are you kidding me? That's why I'll get it jotted down. So basically, the stitch almost goes like you have like a rectangle and an X in it. Rectangle X, rectangle X. But when I give you the directions, it'll be neater with that because, like I said, I just can't think tonight. Just kind of struggling, you know. Is this where my thread is? All right, I gotta get back down there. I keep these a little bit long because what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of wrap them up in here because I'm always afraid if they're too short that it would just come undone. It hasn't, but I don't know, it just freaks me out. And my page fell over. Okay, so that is actually more sturdy than I thought it would be. Okay, so, but as you can see, it's always going to be a little loose. And this, let me see how much glue I got in here. Let me find my, oh yes. These are from the Dollar Tree too, by the way. Go get some more. Mess these all up. You want to be careful that there's no puckers. Okay, you see how that's nice and flat? Before it was kind of puckered up. You don't want that, because if you have any puckers, when you go to put it in the book, you'll have a pucker. Nobody likes puckers. I know. I know. This is what I do. There are no mess ups. You fix anything. Okay, so what I'm gonna do. Whoop. I need to clip maybe right. Try clipping up here. That might hold it just a teeny bit better. Let me even this out a little bit. You're gonna go look. Make sure they're right length. Oh, that's gonna make me mad. To me, this is the harder part. It's just trying to keep it from shifting while you are putting the glue stuff on it. And I'm just trying to fix it. I can't see from my angle. I usually use those skeleton thingies. Oh, there it is. Alright, let me get that mushy stuff. Oh my gosh, do you hear her? What did you do to that child? Why is she so hyper?
Somebody gave her fudge.
Oh, great. That's all she needs right before bed. No wonder she's so wound up. You don't need a lot of this, and you don't have to cut it perfect, because this isn't something that's really supposed to show. So what I like to do is you have to put it on. It's, gosh, such a pain to work with. But when you put it on, you kind of got to put it to where it's like about an inch, maybe on the sides like that. Okay. And cutting it is hard. What I like to do is I like to fold it. Like this, because you got to put it on layers. Layers work the best. Usually do about 2. It's easier to work with when it's kind of folded up like this, so then you can see if it's semi-even. That looks good. Like that. I folded it over so I could do it. So it'll be like that. So let me open this up. You can also, if you can straighten it out, you can put it on a paper trimmer. Just slide it on down. Okay, probably gonna do about 4 pieces of this. Like that. You could, but you want to use glue. I do actually use tape with it too. Why is this not coming out? Oh my gosh, that's going to kill my hand. Let me see, I might still have. I remember now why I stopped using the actual bottle. Whoop! This didn't have enough stuff. Yeah, let me fill this. In a second. I did this last time and I forgot to wipe the glue off. I can never get the bottle back on again. Alright, come on. I mean, you want to be very generous. Woo! With this. Alright. I don't want to touch it. I don't want to touch it. I don't want to touch it. You just want to spread it. Even over the parts that don't have thread. Put it right here. I'll put it on the sides. You have to just get in there with your fingers. Just accept it. Accept fate. Now the next layer, you may not have to use like hardly any glue. Just kind of flatten it out. Fingers just work the best. I'm sure there's some fancy little tool out there that you can use where you don't look like you just like did arts and crafts preschool, but and I'll trim up the mesh part. But I just it's easier. And this like gets stiff real quick. Hang on if you guys are commenting. I have no idea. I'm trying to do this real quick. This also will like pull it together too. Kind of like putting on a cast. Make sure I don't get any glue on anything else. I think one more may only do it. Whoa, that was gross. So basically, you should see only white here. Just make sure it stays straight. Okay, let me wipe my hands off. I'll show you where the bookbinding tape comes in. No, gosh, no, I would never use paper bags. They're too thin. This is a lot thicker. So, just brown craft paper. I think I have it linked up in my journal supplies list. In my, up there in La La Land under my picture. Alright, let me get all this glue off because you don't want that stuck to anything. Alright, let me trim. I'm just going to clean up some stuff and can't go through that again. It's too much sticky on my hands. Okay, so this looking pretty good. If it needs to be fixed or moved or anything like that, this is the time to do it. Alright, I'm just going to put a piece of tape, bookbinding tape over it, just so I can manhandle it a bit better. There we go. Those look good over here. Looks good. Oh, let me not use that. That has glue on it. Where? Alright, so that's perfect. Alright. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to release the clips, and I'm just going to leave that. Okay, that'll work. Alright, I think that'll be good. I'm going to put some more tape on it. You don't have to worry about, you know, the sticky. Oh, that one's the glue one. Let me get rid of that one. Remove these down here, though, so I can put them on there. I don't put the headband on until I put it in the spine. And set it this way. And you kind of got to be a little bit like anal about it and keep checking even every little thing you do to it until I'm gonna get glue in my hands until it's dry. Keep checking it just to make sure these bad boys all stay straight across. Let me move that one back a little bit. So now it's gonna get sat on essentially. And I have this little block right here that I was keeping it in there so that way it wouldn't shift. get rid of this stuff anyway, so I can actually shove it in there. Yeah. Come on. There we go. Let me have a look see. You don't want it too tight because you don't want it like squished it, you know. You just want it a little bit where it won't come up. All right, and it shouldn't be able to shift around in there. And if it does, this is where your little block comes in handy. I'm gonna loosen it just a little bit since it's the same kind of doodag as the other one, because these on the end over here where there we go, where the spine isn't. See, I put this little block in there like that. It's actually a stamper block. It goes with this. Works good though. And we kind of want, you want your spine to kind of be the same width as your, loosen this one up just a tint. There we go. On that. And you can use the little block too to straighten up. Make sure it's still nice and even. If it starts like shifting, it means you're squishing it too much. One of these is a little bit too tight. I can't figure out which one it is. Probably that one. There we go. And this glue that I use dries clear. So you don't have to worry about it being, you know, white and showing. It's actually pretty good. I gotta adjust it, and then I'll show you guys, and then that'll be it. Whoop. All right, I think that's pretty good. So it's gonna sit in there. It's gonna get, you know, hard and happy. Yes, I think the mesh is listed in my supply list. If it's not, I'll get off. When I get off live, I will make sure. I think it's under bookmaking stuff. And all this stuff is. Except for Crafter's Pick, because I sell that in my Etsy shop. Which I gotta find a kind of an alternative for that. Because it looks like I'm not selling it anymore. And that's my go-to. That's my jam right there. Why is this not open? Hold on a minute. Let me see something real quick. Oh, there we go. You don't want to tighten them too tight, just where they can't wiggle around. They can still wiggle, they're too loose. It always takes me a few times to get it adjusted. My block is stuck. There we go. And like I said, you just got to keep on checking. Got to keep on checking. Keep it straight. I don't know what you could use instead of the little block, but it works really good. Keep them down. Alright, one more check and then I'll leave it alone. Get all done up. I know it's been a while since I've added stuff to journal list stuff, so I can't really remember off the top of my head. Alright. So, there it is. There it stays. And then I will work on this on Saturday on live at 2 p.m. Eastern time. In the meantime, I'll leave it alone. Won't do nothing with it. And then on Saturday, we'll do the cover, put it in the cupboard, and so that shouldn't take that long, for that. Yay! I know it was a while. And then I'll find the pathway to the sewing in the meantime and check the supply list. I'll write that down. And I'll leave the little headband. So, this is the book we're going for. Well, the style. This is what it will look like when it's all done. We'll put the headband in. The cover will be real easy. It's simple to do that. And then I also put a piece of paper right here in the middle and all that good stuff. And like I said, the little headband thing I put on when I put the thingy on. Can put it on, when that's dry. It doesn't matter. It's whenever. Just don't forget it. I'll leave it here on my desk so I don't. Okie dokie. Alright, you guys. So I'm going to leave this here. And thank you guys for joining. And I'll get that all squared away. I'll write myself some notes to remember all that stuff. And I will be on Saturday to finish this at 2 p.m. Eastern time. Okay, you can join me on Facebook. My Facebook page is 4 Girls Stole My Heart. YouTube, it's the same. Four Girls Stole My Heart. And they're all linked in my bio and on all my things. Or you could join me here on TikTok. And I'll be on here. All right, you guys. What? Oh, don't say stuff like that because then the crazies come out. You know?
You called?
I'm not amused.
You should be.
All right, you guys. Thank you guys for joining. You guys have a nice evening and a nice rest of your week, and I'll see you on Saturday.